What's going on? You are tuned into Kick 'em Pick 'em Gambling Show brought to you by TwoFootTalk. I am your host. They call me Young Leg. With me, as always, Mr. BurrOaks. Is that a White Sox basketball jersey?
Yeah, it's like a White Sox tank top knockoff basketball jersey.
Are you a White Sox fan?
I am.
Damn, I'm sorry.
Yeah, kind of embarrassing.
Well, it's okay. At least you have Real Madrid, bro.
That's right.
There's other people that just have to keep. Like, imagine if you were a Tottenham and a White Sox fan. Like, why do you
see the Instagram videos I always show you from Malik Joe from Philly? I love how in like all of his news segments they always end, and the Phillies blow another fucking lead.
Yeah, it'd be like that. This is a Philly hate month. So usually in May, the Phillies are so bad that everyone gives up on them. And then like halfway through June, they figure something out or somebody.
Like, oh shit, we're first in the division.
And then all of a sudden they win throughout July and August. And then everyone's like, oh yeah, we're complaining, but we're first in the division and we're probably going to get a bye in the first round of the playoffs and then lose second round of the playoffs like every other Philadelphia team on the planet. So this is just where we're at in the cycle.
Florida just scored, so if Nick's watching, shout out.
Nick's at the game, I think. Nick's at the game, or he said
it's in Canada. So if he's at the game, good for him.
He could be because Nick Bion is. Actually, he just responded to me hockey game, so that could be anything. I don't know what that means.
I saw they did their show last night, so I'm assuming he's probably trying to watch this game.
Oh, who do they think they are, dude? I thought they were Thursday guys. All right.
Shout out Dre. Good to see you, my man. Hopefully, I know Dre killed it today. And Fernando, hopefully you cashed as well. Saw you both on the live stream, so appreciate y'all tuning in.
Yeah, live stream slapped.
Thanks.
Just I love going through your parlays and the things that I'm on. I'm just like, all right, cool. All right, so I'm not just making some shit up. Cool.
I was gonna be furious if that penalty kick they awarded, if Hakimi didn't get a shot on target after that, because I was gonna be so mad if they're like, well, that was a blocked shot because it became a penalty kick. I was gonna be furious.
So when did Vitinha become a penalty taker? Also,
he's been the penalty taker pretty much all season except for when he was hurt and Dembele took a couple.
Really? Because I would have just always assumed it was Dembele.
I had the same assumption until week 8 when Vitinha took, and we had the same issue.
He just does not look like a penalty taker. Like nothing about him. He doesn't.
That was a trash penalty kick.
Lucas Vasquez doesn't look like he can take a penalty kick, but he'll do like the ball spin and just like puff his chest out and look straight in the goalie's soul. Like he didn't do any of that. So I was kind of sitting there like he's playing with his hair. I was like, I think I tweeted it before it happened. I was like, this guy's gonna miss. And
the slow run up hesitation is the worst.
Well, when you slow run up, like at least Tooney, when he did it, he smashes that shit in the corner.
Right.
Slow run up, and you think you got the goalie, and then you hit it like a dickhead, and you did not get the goalie at all. Like there's only one dickhead in that situation.
Kalungu still hits the best penalty kick out of fucking anybody. The guy's just got an absolute howitzer. He's like, I'm picking a corner and I'm hitting it as hard as I can. You can't stop it.
All I'm gonna say is James Milner is still the greatest penalty taker I've ever seen in my entire life.
Ben's wasn't bad either.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, I'll never complain about a Ramos Panenka, but like that's my favorite. But as far as like life or death, it's James Milner for me, no matter what. Anyway, let's get some stuff off our chest. I honestly did pretty great. I haven't hit my golden booty, guys. We're out here. Shout out Isak. Late one, too. Penalty kick. We'll take it.
Are you sure that was your golden booty? I'm pretty sure that was my golden booty.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I forgot I have arrows switching. Yeah, you're right. Either way, great call on the golden booties. My fuck yous are... So the first one I just want to get out of the way is just I'm going to say me because I live and die with Fiorentina, even though Roma has still just not lost the game.
Yup, since winter break.
Yeah, and like I'm even if we want to go back to last week when Oak said that, I sat there and I was like, I'm kind of just too committed to Fiorentina at that time to consider it. Like you can see it in my face where I'm just like, that's kind of a buzzkill.
Shit.
Especially like, from Spain without the win, and you're just like, fuck, these guys aren't losing still. And I was like, that's why I was like, it's a double chance, and it's plus money, and I love Fiorentina. I'm wearing purple today, boys. Nah, just kidding. Ala Madrid, we're out here. This purple John's fresh. So yeah, I put me, and then I put just like Roma in parentheses because like, yeah,
Fair.
y'all couldn't just draw that one. It looks like such a draw game too. I was like, all right, where like is Moise Keane actually fit? What are we doing here, Moise?
I don't know what the deal is. I know he had the concussion for a little bit. I don't know. They might just be trying to figure out what the fuck they're gonna do next year too.
I got Atleti on here as my next one.
They're completely fucking useless.
I mean, just give everyone. If you woke up for that game, I kind of want to say fuck you because Atleti versus Alaves, and I was awake because I had to go to work.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was awake.
There's other games on, to be completely honest with you. I think Aston Villa was playing at that time because I was like, oh, Aston Villa, Atleti money line parlay, and somebody even was bold enough to tell me Atleti, Alaves, both teams to score. I'm kind of feeling, and I can't believe anyone got up and watched that entire match. Shout out Aston Villa for at least scoring.
I want to say they didn't have a shot on target till like the 65th minute.
Well, the first half, there was just like no I think there was 2 shots in the first half. So, again, just when me and Oaks usually vouch for the Spanish league, when it's like, I tell you, it's not really too much I want to talk about, but Oaks is like, there's some bettable stuff. Like, this is where it's like, we're like trying to get you like, oh no, there's Oaks says, yeah, there's action. And then like we get a stinker at fucking 7 a.m. and I can't defend them for that. I got Liverpool on here. I'm just mad for watching the whole game.
Knew you would be.
Yeah, there wasn't really anything else on. It was that Sunday game. So, but anyone that tries to defend that the Premier League has just been shit this year, just get the fact that City is about to go back into second place is how trash this league has been. You realize that like last year before that, City and Liverpool were going at it in like the 90s. We had a Centurion team, like, and now y'all are barely scraping like the 80s for the rest.
Did you see Arteta bitching? He's like, "Oh, dude, we were so much better than PSG. We should have won. We should have advanced." Well, then put the ball in the back of the fucking net, dude. Like nobody cares. Just win. Like, we had 3.2 XG. XG isn't fucking goals. Score goals.
Yeah, doesn't that just make you feel worse too? I hate seeing that. I would see like 2 XG and we're in a fucking 1-1 game with fucking Mallorca. And it's like, what? Well, we have this turtle dude up front. We had this fucking Ballon d'Or wannabe at left. I'm expecting you guys to run these numbers up against Mallorca. Don't we hate these guys? What are we doing? So I'm right there with you on that. What else do I have? I have Nottingham on here. And I guess I could go in with the other one, which was just score at home. If you're the home team, score a fucking goal. Do you care about your fans, your club, rep your trap? What the fuck are you doing? Score one goddamn goal. You're getting goose egged at the crib. This is across Brazil. It's happening in Germany. Parma. What the fuck? At the crib? Score at your house. One time. I don't care if you lose. Score for your fans. Give them something to watch. Hey, remember when we went and watched that game and got our ass beat and we didn't even fucking score? Yeah, that's the game we want to talk about. Shit, how often do you hear me talk about our El Clasico experience? It was fucking trash. Score a fucking goal at home. It's PSG. Okay, hold on, timeout. Besides, this might just be a fucking Mbappe, but like part of me wants PSG to win that so he gets his little chip on his shoulder in the Champions League and just goes off. I want him to just go like 0-30 in the Champions League. And then Toni Kroos comes out of retirement just for Champions League matches too.
Yeah, I also just don't want to see Inter win Champions League and then mail it in and not win the Scudetto because I do want them to catch shit for not winning the Scudetto because they could have won it like a month and a half ago.
I just want you to know that's exactly what's going to happen. Napoli's getting the Scudetto.
Yeah, I know.
And Andrew's going to win the Champions League.
Oh, I know. I'm already big mad about it.
This is exactly what I asked for, because if I had to pick between Barca and Arsenal, like that was just going to be such a hard decision. I can't even.
I would have hated making those videos, to be honest with you.
What a tough decision that would have been. But yeah, that's all I got.
I'm going to start with Wolves. They played great. They rocked the woodwork 3 times. Again, same thing I said about Arteta. Don't show me your XG. Put the fucking ball in the back of the net. So Wolves score 1 goddamn goal. You had great chances there versus City. You got to be able to put them away. So yeah, that's a fuck you for sure. Saturday.
I just want you to know that no matter what, since we're Real Madrid, if we don't win, we're gonna hear shit either way. So I just want to use it as more fuel for our players that are way better.
We're firing a coach and just starting all sorts of rumors because we didn't win Champions League this year. We still have a chance to beat Barcelona if we can catch all 3 points this weekend and win the league. So yeah, Aston Villa versus Fulham. Fuck you. Just 1 goal. That was a snoozer. Shout out Bournemouth for doing exactly what I said they'd do.
Name.
PSG, fuck you. You played Strasbourg, win that game. I know you rested 11 guys, but still, go win that game. Bayern Munich for losing the fucking game at the death. -140. That was to secure the trophy, and you had to wait for another game to finish. And Harry Kane even walked down from the fucking press suite to celebrate on the field, and then you cough up a goal in the final game action. So fuck you, Byron. That was embarrassing.
I think they still clinched anyway.
They did end up clinching, so their season is done. Expect to see nothing but backups from them. And Tommy Mueller farewell tour. You'll get a Tommy Mueller farewell tour. Dortmund versus Wolfsburg. It's not that it matters, but I casually backed Wolfsburg while chatting with Leg, and they got skull fucked 4-0. So that's on me. We already talked about Atleti Madrid. Toronto just tied it up, by the way. I did sprinkle some action on the over that game, so let's keep seeing more goals in hockey. Atlanta versus Nashville. Get me 1 more goal. Both teams scored. I just needed 1 fucking more goal. And especially Atlanta at home should have been able to get me 2. Or Nashville, you hung 7 on the Chicago Fire, scored 2 fucking goals. Somebody score an extra goal. Goddamn.
Can you explain to me why anyone from Chicago thinks Kevin De Bruyne is going to be going to the Chicago Fire? Why would he do that to himself?
I don't know. Money?
Yeah, but you know who else has money? Miami, LA, San Diego.
Miami doesn't have any more DP slots. I don't know if we're enforcing that rule.
Hold on. Messi's on that team.
Yeah, I know.
So whatever rules you thought we were playing by, nah.
Gazdag for not getting on the score sheet, though. I am going to talk about that one this week. He has a revenge game against Philly, so we'll see what happens there. If he starts, I do like him there. Orlando, Chicago Fire versus Orlando 0-0. I want my life back. I only half watched that game, though, so I'm not super upset. Orlando draw no bet, got a push, but yeah, 90 minutes of my life I could use back. That's it for MLS. Let me see what happened on Sunday. Europa League. Bilbao taking a red card and then getting skull fucked. That sucked.
Yeah, that was trash. Vivian, also, what the fuck were you doing?
Newcastle not getting that road win versus Brighton. That sucked.
I told you, man. Brighton's flipping it.
And
then Newcastle's going to beat Chelsea's ass.
Leverkusen getting their backs blown out by Freiburg. That was ass. Still managed to draw, but doesn't help. You got your backs blown out. You went down 2-0 and looked completely anemic until like the last 5 minutes of the game. So that was embarrassing. Whoever the ref was in Empoli Lazio, not that I woke up for that game, but 2 red cards and a disaster class. That sounds like bullshit. And then Bologna Fiorentina, just for being awful. Like that's just awful. And shout out us for reminding people that Bilbao was going to be absolutely trash if nobody played, and Sanset and Nico Williams didn't play, and it ended 0-0. So Another trash game there. And last but not least on the fuck yous, Sporting Kansas City versus LA Galaxy. Sporting Kansas City got an own goal. They had no shots on target, 0 XG, and won that game 1-0.
That's awesome. Actually, something really important.
That's the most CONCACAF shit ever, ain't it?
Pretty close. Anyway, do you plan on talking about any of the Thursday games? Because I don't.
No, I want nothing to do with the Thursday games.
Yeah.
I might watch. I'm going to watch the Batiste game, but everything else is trash.
I'm going to bet on Bilbao to win.
No, they already said Sanset and Nico are out.
Oh, never mind.
Yep, save your money. They already said they're not making the squad list for this game. So
maybe they're pushing for another European spot. How far back are they on the table?
Can't be that far. Villarreal's maybe the only team close to them.
Well, they're in 4th? Oh, okay. Good for them.
Yeah, I think Villarreal's right behind them in 5th.
All right, well, then I'm going to go right into England. First game I got for you.
No, but
versus Aston Villa.
2.
That's because Isco is actually the best player.
Yeah, he's just out there balling.
Bournemouth, Aston Villa. So, Bournemouth always punches above their weight. I think Aston Villa is better than Bournemouth. What am I going to do here, Oaks?
Both teams to score over 2.5.
What's the number look like?
Both teams to score is -190, over 2.5 -160. So you're probably getting like, I don't know, -120.
See, I'm going to end up doing something where I do that, and then I add in like an Ollie Watkins goal or something ridiculous, and he's going to get an assist, and I'm going to be mad. That's why I see that game going. I lean Aston Villa in this one as much as I think Bournemouth, if you can get them on like a double chance or a draw no bet at their crib, would be a very smart play as well. So that's why it's tough. But Aston Villa has to push for that Champions League spot, and we saw they are capable of playing the Champions League. They gave a better fight than fucking Arsenal did against this PSG team. So
they gave a better fight than Liverpool did too.
Agreed there. I think they'd be hard done not to get back into the Champions League. It is also going to be a little bit of a tough battle for them. They're sitting in 7th place. Nottingham Forest dropping like a rock. God, you hate to see it. Arsenal
they do have a winnable game versus Leicester too.
Arsenal has to hope that Liverpool doesn't give a fuck and Southampton doesn't give a fuck, because having Newcastle coming to your crib again, we kind of saw how that went before, and now I don't know how you're going to go into Anfield. We'll see if Liverpool really gives a fuck at all about this game. If they want to play spoiler, that would be awesome. Arne Slot's a first-year coach. He might try to do that.
They gave a fuck about the Chelsea game, too.
Yeah, and they still lost.
They got obliterated.
Arsenal, though, what are they? 5 games winless in the league right now. It kind of has draw written all over it, but we'll get there. I think Aston Villa has more to play for right now. I think Aston Villa has more balls when it comes to playing in the Premier League. I think they're over their little shock defeat to PSG in their own English minds. So I'm leaning Aston Villa here.
Yeah, look, I like Villa. I'm just going to play the both teams to score over 2.5. I think Bournemouth gets at least 1 at home. I think Villa gets at least 1 on the road. I would love to see Villa win that game. Money line's really tight. It's +150, +175. So I think the draw is a serious runner there. It's Villa way. They definitely struggle a little bit more on the road, but this is lock the fuck in and get to Europe again next year's season. So just do it, Aston Villa.
Next one, we got Newcastle versus Chelsea. These two are in the exact same situation. They need each other to drop points so that they can get the Champions League spot. St. James Park, very hard place to play, and Newcastle just dropped points to Brighton. So this is a must-win for them. I was low-key hoping that Newcastle was going to take that second place spot, but then Man City found themselves right in there, all nice and snug. I actually have zero faith in Chelsea to do shit here. I do think Chelsea could get you a goal, but that's about as nice as I'll get about Chelsea. If it's anyone, it's going to be Nico Jackson.
It's minus money for over 3.5, and it's like minus 280 for both teams to score. So pass.
Yeah, I'm just on Newcastle here. If you can get Isak Windcast is super chalky, but it also kind of does hit every week. Every time they get a win, he's involved in the goals. Harvey Barnes has cooled off a little bit. Bruno G has cooled off a little bit. So Tonali kind of seems like a dickhead too. I don't know how much more Tonali we're going to be seeing because apparently he has to leave. So, and it just seems a little fucked up because they did pay you for a year while you didn't play because you got caught gambling. To then 1 year later be like, yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to go somewhere else. It's like, well, yeah, I think we wanted a fucking center mid too when we paid $60 million for you, but then we got nothing. Anyway, Oaks, who gets a yellow card in this game?
I don't know. Guendouzi, probably.
Guendouzi, bro. That's Lazio.
Or what the fuck? Whatever his name. The dude with the hair.
Really? I thought you were going to say Cucurella. I was going to say Joelinton.
I mean, that's possible. I like Newcastle on the money line, plus 115. Isak, anytime goal, plus 123.
Wow.
Dre, I do think they pay for Rashford over at Aston Villa, especially if that contract's available. I'm not sure they want him back at Man U, but we'll see. He seems to be fitting in very well and playing good football there. Plus, Unai Emery is just a flat-out better coach than Ten Hag. So,
well, Ten Hag's not the coach; it's Honor.
Not anymore. But you know, I don't know. The Portuguese guy. We'll see if he lasts.
He's gonna get at least one transfer window. That's all I'll say about him.
I mean, he's for sure gonna get at least one transfer window.
Man U West Ham.
I don't care.
I want to say this just reads as a draw to me. So. That's all.
It would be a great game if the EPL wasn't such shit and everybody was already relegated, because that's a relegation battle again.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think this is like 15th versus 17th right here.
Yeah, it's like 17th versus 16th or whatever. 16th versus 15th.
I really just want to on here because, like, when you look at it name-wise, you're like, oh, it's a pretty good game. And then when you go and look at the table, you're like, why the fuck would they even talk about these teams? This is like if we were talking about Ipswich versus Coventry at one point, like in the Premier League. So, fuck PSG. Damn. Nah, you missed fuck you.
Sorry, Gunnar Jacob.
I hit on PSG money line 2 weeks in a row. That's pretty incredible. Speaking of Gunnar Jacob, we got Liverpool versus Arsenal. Last English game I want to talk about here. I don't know what narrative I want to go with here. I don't know if I'm going to go with an Arsenal's really sad narrative. Maybe we now admit that all of our players weren't fully fit narrative, so they can have an excuse, so they're not going to be playing. Liverpool's kind of in the same boat where the only narrative I have is they could play spoiler, but really I need to see starting lineups. And I think it's a little bit crazy to have Liverpool at plus 105, knowing that they just lost to Chelsea and Arsenal needs to now keep a European spot because they haven't completely sealed it up yet with how everything else is landing for them in the Premier League. Oaks, what are you doing in this one?
I don't care. It's at 11:30 on Mother's Day. Probably not gonna watch.
My mom's in Florida, and I'm definitely watching. I Amazoned her gift already to her.
Yeah, I mean, Liverpool won the league. Arsenal has something to play for. I could care less about this game. And it doesn't matter. Even if I do end up caring about this game and betting it, I'll do it Sunday at 11 p.m. because you can't do anything with this until you see a starting 11.
Thanks. All right, moving on. We're going to España. That's no football.
It's La Liga.
Yeah, it's just La Liga, though. Atletico versus Real Sociedad. So I'd be a lot more excited about this had I not just wasted 90 minutes of my life watching Atleti last week. They are at home now. I do not respect this Real Sociedad team. They play just gutless football. Nothing. Now, maybe it's just me. Maybe everything's bouncing against them offensively, but it doesn't look like they go to actually take a game ever unless they do know their opponents are that much inferior than them. So when they go at Atletico Madrid, there is nobody I'm fucking worried about that I think is going to go take the ball and score on Jan Oblak. So Atleti on the money line, and I would look at an under because Atleti's not scoring that many goals either. If you can get Atleti money line and under 2.5 at a solid number, that's what I would run with. Real Sociedad. Maybe Zubamendi is going to be feeling himself this game. Maybe he could score a goal for you. Maybe Kubo gets a magical dribble and curls one in. Those are about penalty kick. About the only ways that I can see it possibly happening. Oaks, what do you got in this one?
Don't care. This game's trash. These numbers are trash. Want no part of it. Dre, I did look it up. Jacob Murphy does look to be healthy. He came on and played 56 minutes last game for Newcastle.
All right. Second Sociedad game of the week because they play on Tuesday again. Sociedad versus Celta Vigo.
Oh, you went to Tuesday? Fuck me, dude.
The only Tuesday game.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because the only game that I really wanted to talk about from Spain was El Clasico.
No, there's a full slate on Tuesday. There's a full midweek slate.
I know but they're all.
This is the only Tuesday game. Okay. Sociedad's trash. I don't know. I'm more interested in the Celta game this weekend. That game versus Sevilla is going to tell me whether or not I'm bet them against Sociedad.
No, they're beating the shit out of Sevilla.
I think so too. Yeah, I like Celta minus 120 on the money line there.
Thanks. All right. All I have is El Clasico for you. Barcelona versus Real Madrid. And you're seeing a whole lot of crying about referees.
Oh, no, dude. You just shut up and play, I thought.
I also was under the impression that we were respecting the referees.
Huh.
But now their star, Ballon d'Or Pedri, who looked like absolute dog shit for I don't know, fucking hour and a half versus Inter, is saying UEFA needs to investigate everyone. So after 120 minutes getting your ass beat by Inter Milan in a 4-3 loss, then going back all the traveling, and then you have Madrid for the league on Sunday, essentially. Now, good news, Madrid is plagued with injuries. I think we have 2 actual defenders on our back line, which is Fran Garcia and Raul Asensio. I do not want to see Jakob Ramon. I would rather see Tchouaméni back there. I'm really hoping Fetty's going to be playing right back. I don't think I can watch Rafinha going at Vasquez one more time this season.
I agree.
That might break me. There's no way that we're going to do it that many times in a row and expect a different outcome. So it would then lead to Ceballos being in the midfield. And I'm wondering if we're going to go Jude, Modric, Ceballos, Jude, Guler, Ceballos. I don't even know, but all I know is that it's limiting our attack, and Barcelona is making their own drama and war with the referees now. So I'm kind of hoping their drama takes over the just ridiculous lack of depth we have, and the blame Carlo Brigade says nothing to our board that bought 0 fucking defenders last summer or in January. So, Oaks, how are we feeling?
I obviously want Madrid to win. I think plus 250 is a really nice number. I'm obviously biased. I think we can win. I think we're going to give up goals, unfortunately. So the only move here, in my opinion, is the over 3.5. I know it's 3.5. It's minus 105. But there's no way we keep a clean sheet. And I think we score at least 2. So yeah, that's just where I'm going to be with it.
I have full faith in Mbappe to serve it up. Mbappe, save me. If not, Pichichi's done too. So if you're not going to score against Barcelona, Mbappe, you're not allowed to win the Pichichi off the bum-ass games afterwards. That's all I'll say about it. I am on Madrid draw no bet because the number is ridiculous. I always thought myself, if I see Madrid draw no bet over plus 140, you have to automatically take it. And it was at plus 155. That seems ridiculously high to me for a team that is going against a team they play a lot and just played 120 fucking minutes, balls to the wall. So we will see what happens in that one. A draw, I would rather lose than draw because then there's just like, hey, well, maybe they leave us a little bit of hope if we draw that they could maybe drop points again. So I'm out on the draw. We're going to Italy now. First one I got for you. What is this, the Friday game? Milan versus Bologna.
You want me to start?
Yeah, go ahead.
I like both teams to score here, minus 130 over on Caesars. I just need Bologna not to fuck me, and it shouldn't be too hard considering this back line for AC Milan is fucking trash. I did think it was funny. I don't want to take up too much time, but I was talking with some guys over in Brad's Discord who they were like, oh, Theo Hernandez is playing left wing back. We should take his shots and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, yeah, dude, like, I'm not hating on your shots, but, like, Theo hasn't played defense in 2 fucking years. So left wing back, left back, doesn't matter. Take his shots.
Yeah, you can just put left wing back so his FIFA rating doesn't go down as far when he goes all the way up the fucking field. I'm also on both teams to score here. I don't know who's going to get me either of them. The only person I really trust is Christian Pulisic on Milan, and I don't think he's fully fit either. So
he played really well over the weekend.
Did he start?
He did. He played 75, 85 minutes, something like that.
All right, so if I can get him and Orsolini on a nice parlay, that would be the dream, essentially.
I think he had 2 shots on target. He probably should have had a goal, but he tried to no-touch it to, like, give his homie the goal, but it ended up being an own goal. So a little disappointed there. But, yeah, Pulisic's been playing good, especially last game. Watched the whole AC Milan game. Looked like a beast for, like, 80 minutes or whatever before he subbed out.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right, moving on. Got Lazio versus Juventus.
I'm with Dre here. Give me more Arda Güler. Give me that midfield that we saw.
For sure. If Arda Güler doesn't start, if I see Lucas Vasquez as a more cemented spot than Arda Güler does by the end of the 2025 season, I give up. Lazio versus Juve.
Draw plus 230. Don't care. Both of these teams are going to find a way to choke this game.
Really, I was looking at Juve on the draw no bet because it was a plus sign, and I'm waiting for Lazio to just get another red. Every time I see Juve play, I'm just like, 1-0 win.
I can't even do that after they fucked me playing, I don't know, fucking Hellas or some shit like that.
Yeah, so 1-1, 1-0. Yeah, we'll just.
I don't even have faith that Lazio or Juve can score a goal.
We're looking at unders here, man. We're just not expecting a lot. Keep your expectations a little low if you thought that.
This one I love, though.
Atalanta versus Roma. Well, I'm taking Roma on a double chance.
Yep.
Because that apparently doesn't miss in the year 2025.
Yeah, I also like both teams to score at minus 137. I know it's juicy, minus 140 most places, but I like Roma on the double chance, minus 120. I do think Atalanta score. I think this could very well be a draw, which is why I'm taking the double chance. But if you like Roma to win this game, you're getting a great number on their draw no bet.
I was about to say, so what are we thinking? Like 1-1 draw, 2-2 draw? Take just like final score, batch it?
I'm guessing 1-1. I don't know if Roma is capable of scoring 2 goals. They've been winning games, but they haven't been doing it by netting a lot of goals.
All right, we're moving on. We're going over to Germany. Guys, it's my favorite German game every single time. It's Bayern versus Gladbach. I love the jerseys. I love that Gladbach always fucking scores against them. And I love that somehow the overs almost always hit.
Yeah, I would like this a lot more if it was still a competitive game for Byron.
It's a Tommy Mueller game now, so
Yeah, I know. It's the Tommy Mueller farewell tour. So I will be taking a bunch of Tommy Mueller props. Gladback's always a super live dog in this one. But the number is going to be severely hampered by the fact that Byron does not give a fuck.
facts. So here's what we're gonna do: is we're gonna end up just making parlays for this game where you take both teams to score and over, and probably Tommy Mueller prop. And you know what? Dealer's choice there. However you want to do it, however your book will allow it. Tommy Mueller for an assist or a goal or a shot on target. I'm not even mad at somebody that wants to go for a Tommy Mueller headed shot on target. We're gonna be beaming the ball to Tommy. It's his last couple matches.
Yep. Force feed Mueller until he subs off around the 65th, 70th minute because he's old.
Correct. All right. Last German game I got for you. Leverkusen versus Dortmund. So this is an Oaks specialty where Leverkusen has to play for something that doesn't mean really anything for them now, and Dortmund is away from home. Oaks, what do you got?
This is the Xavi Alonso Bears show the fuck up and put out a good game and win it. Otherwise, there's going to be a lot of questions about him coming to Madrid if he comes to Madrid. So I already started that process last week when I chirped at a shit ton of people on Twitter who did not like my response. And they're like, "Oh, dude, you just have to stop. Carlo's got to go. You can't be in love with Carlo." I'm like, "Okay, I'm not in love with Carlo. Who is coming to replace him?" And if you tell me Xavi Alonso, who didn't have a fucking shot for 70 fucking minutes in a win or go home game, I'm not super happy about it.
I can't really argue with that one. My answer is still Zidane, and nobody can ever tell me it's the wrong answer because all he does is have success anytime he comes back to Madrid. So it's just my go-to automatic yes answer. But I'm here if Xabi wants to figure something out and turn us into a high-pressing team, and he can figure out how to make Vinny and Mbappe press. God bless his soul if that's what happens. But that would be ideal for me. I want Leverkusen straight up on the money line because I'm with Oaks. It's kind of nut up and shut up time. If you want to go to a team that is expected to win every single competition, week in, week out, every single
Anything
match.
less than 3 trophies is a mad
If you win and it wasn't pretty, they're going to talk shit. So
Yep.
you have to win every single match. I expect you to beat Dortmund. I expect you to come in second place respectfully after Bayern just clinch a title because you still have to establish yourself as one of the best teams in your respective country. So handle business, close out the season the right way, and get me this plus 150 money line, Xabi.
Yeah, I also like Adeyemi props. If he plays, I'm going to be all over Adeyemi props. I also think
Verts. Now that Verts also, if it's true they said he wanted to go to Bayern, I'm just assuming he hates Dortmund then.
Florida goal in the first 15 seconds.
Hey. Last game I got for you. Monaco versus Lyon. Oaks. Hold on, I'm checking the French table. I want to see how close we are.
I was going to say, are you going to say Lyon's back? You're getting a really good number. Unfortunately, both teams to score is like minus 220. And the over 2.5. I agree with Dre here. The over 2.5 looks good as well. Unfortunately, that parlayed together is like minus 140-ish. Yeah. So it's a little steep for the French league, but you can put a nice parlay together by taking Cherokee shot on target, Cherokee to score assist. Is Balogun healthy for Monaco again yet?
I don't think so.
Okay. But yeah, there's Monaco players there. You can throw a shot on target in there for too. So yeah, I like that. I see goals here.
Oh no, he got a tick. He scored last game.
Okay, good. Yeah, then give me Balogun for a shot. Then throw Balogun shot on target on there, and we're Gucci.
All right. I won't lie to you. PSG losing kind of fucked me over. So now my team's in 7th place, and I can't say that they're back because they're not in European competition, and we need that bread. This is a must win. Must get at least 1 point, and every other team loses. That too. That can also happen, but that would be that's probably more realistic. So if I can get a Lyon double chance here and Ryan Cherokee props, that's what I would go with. But the table's not looking good for Lyon right now. How many more matches we got? What do we got? Like 3 more matches? Oof, just 2? Yeah, it's not looking great. But I need that European spot in my blood. So I'm taking the double chance. I also feel like Monaco needs to cement their Champions League spot, so we might be fucked here, Lyon boys. The table just doesn't look great for us at all. Shit, we're only 4 points off Monaco, but if we can catch them, the Champions League is still on the table. We just need everyone else to fucking lose, and we're gonna win out. That's what's gonna happen. All right, we're back. Oh, Oaks, I don't know if I told you, but we're back.
Okay.
What time is it? 8:13. Yep, we're back.
Note taken.
Okay. And if we lose, shit, we weren't all the way back. Let's get into a golden booty wheel though. Yeah, Leon's got me in my feels about it, Oaks. It's been a tough ride this year. Usually I can be like, all right, cool, we're top 3, that's fine.
Yeah, Lyon's down bad right now, unfortunately.
When you see fucking Strasbourg above you, that's when it's like, all right, dude, what are we fucking doing? How do we? This is a German team, I thought. What the fuck happened? All right, let's get into the golden booty. Oaks, if you could see my notebook, you would understand why I got confused. You can't though, so.
I get it. I've done the same thing.
I also can't get back to the screen now because there's an error message in front of me. And it's just fucking up my whole day. All right, well, Oaks is going to go first. Isak hit last week. Let's get it.
Shake it up, stop when the clock hits 13. Sing 1, 2, 3, 4. Cuz.
Yeah.
Give me Anthony because he'll start and Batiste will struggle for the first half, and then they'll sub Isco on just like last week and score a couple more goals.
All right, probably.
Move with the rhythm. Shake it up, stop when the clock hits 13. Sing 1, 2, 3, 4. Cuz.
All right, do I pick like a smarter pick or just like troll and pick Vlahovic?
I was gonna say if you can tell me who's scoring the goal for Juve, I would be impressed.
Vlahovic.
Okay. I'm writing it down as dusty ass Vlahovic.
So Vlahovic's old manager that like loved him and unlocked him at Fiorentina is now managing at Bologna. So I'm hoping he starts and he's just like, Coach, look, I still got it.
Bring me back. Bring me back.
Look at me. Wee. So yeah, that's what I'm going for with his bum ass. Anyway, let's get this 15 and we might even get the fuck out of here early.
Yep.
Oh shit, I have a bunch of Brazilian matches. I just wrote Brazil matches I like. I got Celta Vigo money line versus Sevilla at -125. Real Madrid draw no bet versus Barcelona at Barcelona +155. Madrid Barca under 3.25 +105. Guys, Madrid's gonna win 2-1. It's gonna be crazy. That's my dream scenario pick on my board right there, Oaks. Bilbao money line versus Alaves -120. Betis Osasuna, both teams to score -125. Celta Vigo draw no bet at Sociedad +115. Aston Villa draw no bet at Bournemouth +100. Newcastle money line versus Chelsea +115. Milan Bologna, both teams to score -140. Juve draw no bet at Lazio +110. Fiorentina money line at Venezia +130. Leipzig draw no bet at Bremen +110. Leverkusen money line versus Dortmund +150. Corinthians money line at Mirasol +135. Mirasol just got promoted, and they're just already a relegation team. Same with the other one I'm taking, which is Cruzeiro, draw no bet at Sport Recife, plus 105. Sport Recife, I think, has 2 wins on the year. They're in dead last. So I'm going to go with Cruzeiro on the draw no bet. The 2 wins were at home, though. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they're a home team that's 2-4. Maybe.
That it?
Oh, my parlay is Celta Vigo money line. That's versus Sevilla. Newcastle money line. Bilbao money line.
Nice. I'm going to go Wolves versus Brighton. Both teams to score over 2.5. I'm going to go with Fulham Everton. Both teams to score minus 110 on Caesars. I'm going to go Ipswich versus Brentford. Brentford money line and over 1.5, minus 120 on MGM. Bournemouth versus Aston Villa. Both teams to score over 2.5. Newcastle Chelsea. Give me Newcastle on the money line. Las Palmas versus Rayo Vallecano. Give me both teams to score at minus 120. Lean Las Palmas, trying to fight their way out of a relegation spot there at plus 140 versus Rayo, team that has been looking kind of ass recently. I'm with Leg. Give me Celta on the money line over Sevilla, minus 120. Girona versus Villarreal. I'm going to take both teams to score and over 2.5, sitting at like minus 120, minus 115 on Caesars. The other thing I'm going to mention is keep betting Stuani goal at home. If he's getting the start, it very well might be the last season in a Girona shirt for Stuani. So we do love a farewell tour for Stuani, as well as Jamie Vardy, who is going to be leaving Leicester. Barcelona versus Real Madrid, over 3.5, minus 105 on Caesars. Betis versus Osasuna. Betis team total over 1.5, minus 135 on Caesars. AC Milan versus Bologna, both teams to score, minus 130 Caesars. Atalanta versus Roma. Roma on the double chance, minus 120 on Bet Rivers. Bochum versus Mainz. Give me Mainz on the money line, plus 130. You got to go beat this relegation team and keep your European spot. Over in the MLS, give me Union versus Crew, both teams to score over 2.5, and Gazdag revenge game question. So if he starts, I will be looking at Gazdag props. Houston versus Seattle. Houston on the draw bet, minus 105. I think I talked about this earlier the year when Seattle went down to play Dallas. Seattle hasn't won since like 2008 down in Texas. Like, they just don't win in Texas. It's a super far travel. Houston to Seattle is like 3,000 fuck-ass miles, guys. Like, it's a far fucking trip. You can't even drive it in 24 hours. So, yeah. Give me Houston on the draw no bet there, minus 105. And that's all I got.
All right. That's all we got for you guys. Make sure you guys follow us at TwoFootTalk. That's at TWO Foot Talk. That's where you're going to get all the picks, all the shows, everything gets shared and reshared through TwoFootTalk. Links are in the description. You can follow me at up.Leg. You can follow Oaks at BurrOaks 77. Links also down in the description. It was click below. Click on the links. You'll also see tftdrip.com. Get you some gear. Support yourself. Support Oaks. Support me. Your favorite club. All that jazz. We got it for you. Let me know if your club's not on there. I'll work something out for you. If your club's Barcelona, why are you talking to me? TFT
we have something for them.
Yeah, it is a giant middle finger.
Yeah.
Oaks, anything to add?
No, that's about it. Appreciate everybody who tuned into the live streams and everything like that. So it's been a great Champions League. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm going to do another Champions League video for the final for sure. And then after that, I will still be having video content, probably going to pivot to some baseball stuff. So, yeah, looking forward.
All right. Fuck what you heard.
That's what you're hearing.
We're TwoFootTalk.